but I had bad kidneys at the time and really couldn't afford medication. I didn't have insurance. Antibiotics were several $100s, and I kept getting sick, and I kept missing work, and I kept getting fired from new jobs, and I really was never quite able to get back on my feet. I actually almost died in the parking lot of a emergency room at a hospital because they wouldn't see me because I didn't have insurance. And a very nice doctor came out. I was almost dying of blood poisoning from my kidneys failing, and he came out and gave me antibiotics and his card and said he would treat me for free, which he did for many years. So that lasted about a year. The car I was living in got stolen, which sucked. Yeah. But at least I wasn't in it, so that was good. And it's during this time that I had a very brief career with shoplifting. I don't say that to be glib, it's just true. It was food mostly. It started with carrots, which apparently are the gateway vegetable, because it led to the hard stuff, you know, crunchy peanut butter, an apple here and there. It was always food, and I guess I sort of justified it because of that. And although one day it looked like it might escalate, I was walking down the street and I saw a sundress in a storefront window, and I coveted it. And I went in there and I tried it on, and I had thought about stealing it, and I had that price tag in my hand. And it was just one of those moments in my life. I don't know what happened or why, but it was like a lightning bolt struck me. And it was $39.99, and I remember thinking, when did I lose faith in myself? When did I start thinking that I can't earn $40 for myself? And I was suddenly so insulted, realizing I wasn't cheating anybody by stealing except myself. And so I left. I didn't steal the dress, and I quit shoplifting at that moment. And I started writing these lyrics about, if you watch what your hands are doing, you can see where your life is going to go. And whether they're stealing or writing things are probably going to be two very different futures. And so I wrote this song about that in my hands. And years later, my husband and I were camping in the mountains of Northern California. It was 2001. We'd been in the mountains for about a week. We came out on September 14th to see the flag on this ranch at half-mast, and we thought maybe a local fireman had been hurt or a local cowboy, and then we saw every flag at half-mast, and we started seeing signs saying, "God bless our country," and we finally got out of the mountains enough to realize that the towers had fallen. America had been attacked by terrorists, and we were sitting there in complete shock along with the rest of the country. And the DJ came on the radio, and he dedicated this song that I had written when I was 18 years old at such a dark time in my own life, and dedicated it to America at such a dark time in America's life. It was a very surreal and very humbling moment, and I'd love to play that for you. This is called Hands. If I could tell the world just one thing, be that we're all okay. Not to worry, because worry is wasteful and useless in times like these. I won't be made useless. I won't be made idle with despair. Gather myself around my faithful light, does the darkness most fear. And my hands are small, I know, but they're not yours, they are my own. They're not yours, they are my own. We are never broken. Poverty stole your golden shoes. It did not steal your laughter. Heartache came to visit me, but I knew it was not ever after. We will fight, but not out of spite, just 'cause someone must stand up for what's right. 'Cause where there's a man who has no voice, there are a shackles singing. My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours, we are God's eyes. God's hands. God's heart, we are God's eyes, we are God's hands, we are, we are. Thank you. Is there anything you guys feel like hearing today in particular? Don't say Freebird. It has to be something preferably I wrote because I don't know any other songs. Excuse me.